Roland Mumford with Mumford.law. I did a previous video about police takedowns causing severe head trauma. We have another case, an example of a police officer in Alaska taking down a man who was at most passively resisting. The man's head hits the asphalt, hits the ground so hard, I believe he's knocked unconscious. The head trauma or the brain trauma is so severe that he then had to be medevaced to Seattle. The officer clearly takes him into custody. He's up against the police car. You don't see anything in this video that would be deemed as active resistance to justify the use of force of a takedown. Maybe he's moving his shoulders a little bit. Very oftentimes when these officers are trying to handcuff people, they seem to forget about the body mechanics of the shoulder and the elbows and the wrists and so forth. Or maybe the guy is just kind of tensing up. And these police just automatically go from 0 to 60 and then do a takedown, causing these severe head injuries rather than using much lesser force or using lesser than lethal force, such as tasing or some other form of physical restraint, not to the extreme of a takedown. There has to be legislation about these takedowns because numerous people are having severe head injuries, brain trauma, TBI, etc., with the heads hitting the ground where there was absolutely no reason to do so. If you apply the 3 or 4 major Graham factors, remember the Graham v. Connor factors, that's what the courts look at to determine whether there was excessive force. They look at the totality of the circumstances involving what was the nature of the charge. Well, the lady had been arrested for disorderly conduct, so presumably at worst, this gentleman would have been arrested for disorderly conduct for some maybe juvenile behavior or some racially charged conduct towards this black gentleman. I don't know how serious his conduct was towards the black gentleman. And that's uncalled for. We don't support racism, obviously. Then you look at the level of force used amongst the totality of the circumstances, the conduct alleged, and the circumstances. Was he fleeing and so forth? Absolutely uncalled for. Let's take a look at this video.
A warning, some of what you will see may be disturbing. You'll see a woman being arrested before the incident with the man.
What am I?
You're doing
It's
drugs.
all the evidence right here. All right here. Y'all ain't gonna be talking about black people no more. Woo!
We do not have an update on the man's condition. All police have said is he sustained a head injury and had to be medevaced